6th-round draft pick to get Justin Fields. And it's a 6th round? Is it even for this year or it's for next year? I think it's for next year.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you say that's crazy though. That's disrespectful.
It will be a 4th if he played 51% of the snaps next year. But which if it's very small, they wouldn't even allow it.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. But shout out to the Steelers for getting over with that robbery. I'm not gonna hold you. The Steelers gonna be a tough
robbery. There ain't no robbery.
How ain't a robbery?
It ain't a robbery, and that's why I say it's not a robbery, because what you was asking for before and how people valued him, and so that's why you didn't have a trade. And then you say, "Well, I want to do right by him, and I'm gonna sit here and go," because they said it was like 4 other teams that was involved. They never named the 4 other teams, but they said that's where his highest. That's where he really wanted to go, because I want to say he's from the area.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it's a robbery because realistically, dog. And the crazy thing is because and shout out to RG3. I'm not RG3. I be saying what you be trying to do. You and Ryan Clark. I'm not gonna put Ryan Clark in the same boat as RG3 because that's a little bit disrespectful. Because Ryan Clark is married to a black woman. But RG3, I be peeping what you be doing. RG3 like cool. Y'all can judge me off of who I'm married to, but RG3 be breaking that nigga glass hard, dog. And he be going crazy when RG3 say I'm gonna give y'all one of the hardest takes because I'm a nigga. And when I get on this camera, I talk so smooth. When I'm on that ESPN camera, I talk differently, and they respect me in a different way. I'm super. His energy is welcoming. So when white people watch RG3. It's welcoming. It's not. It don't come off very aggressive.
To what he say?
If he with the Caleb Williams thing,
yeah,
I think that was kind of crazy. But I just like that he said it still.
He said it, but at the end of the day, would do it work out for you? If you say, I mean,
if I'm Caleb Williams and I say I don't want to go to the Bears and then I go to the Redskins instead,
fuck no, I would not.
I mean, he might want to.
The Redskins, he's from here though.
Yeah, but he
that shit don't work out. That's more pressure on you.
I mean, yes and no, because it just.
But that's the last person I want to hear from. RG3 was the last person that they, what I'm saying? Like, even that was their last top quarterback that they had, franchise quarterback. That was the last person they had. That was their franchise quarterback.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but if I'm okay, and he's the only person where he's speaking from experience. If let's be clear, if we sit here saying who made a bigger deal about their last quarterbacks for the last, let's say, 20 years compared to if I'm a Chicago Bear.
No,
and compared to the Redskins, I'd rather go play for the Redskins. You got Kirk Cousins got the bag, and they made RG3 a goddamn.
No. But that I think that's just RG3. You went beyond your football. I can't say that because RG3 his was shorter than anybody.
Yeah, but he know, and I mean, of course, it was a different owner. But he know how that dog. This fan, let's be clear. Washington got the most delusional fan base of all time. Okay. If Caleb Williams came to play for Washington, boy, they will cherish this man like Jesus.
I don't think so.
You crazy as hell.
It's the same boat as Chase Young. Because it's a local kid. I get it. I don't feel
but a quarterback and a defensive player is two completely different things. And
but that's my only thing is even his perspective of what I've heard. Like I said, I've never seen him play. Or whatever, but they were saying like he's more of a drama, he got an app, and even like a lot of the college coaches were saying his whole, he's the way he plays is more dramatic, and I don't think that's what the Redskin fan base will want.
I don't know. I can't realistically.
Because the last time we talked about him jumping in the crowd, crying, covering his face, crying to his mother, right?
Yeah, of course. I mean, which is cool, but I'm not. I still don't. I just feel sorry for him because it's just let's be clear. It's a lot of Chicago Bears fans, white and black, that felt the same way I felt about Justin Fields. And that's because like I said, that's the cool thing I like about creating content, because you kind of get the feel from different people. You get, especially on different platforms, you got different fan bases, different audiences. And I look at it like, don't get it twisted. This is with the Justin Fields thing. I'm not even making this a race thing. I'm dead serious. That Chicago Bears fan base was real live, split 50-50. Like, I feel like the people who really, like, you a troll on social media, you may just sit here and act one way, but it was a lot of, he said, look at the last game he played in Chicago. They had the big Justin Fields, keep Justin. Like, no, they really wanted Justin Fields. So what I'm saying is if Caleb Williams if he go to Chicago and he wet the bed, oh my God, dog. It's going to be crazy. You got to think about it. Look at how much people have praised him and just hyped him up. Like, that hype machine on him is crazy, dog. And that's why when we was talking with our younger brother yesterday, and I was sitting here saying, though, if I'm at some of those sports networks, I would fire some of these people behind how crazy they've been going to bed for him. Like Colin Cowherd. No, I would, if I'm, I mean, of course, Fox not gonna fire him because he's probably there outside of Nick Wright. He's the only person that they got, so you can't fire him. But his hype behind him has been ridiculous. On them, he been taking the hugest dump on planet Earth on Justin Fields for the last year. I don't know what Justin Fields. And I seen somebody. I don't know if this was a real rumor or if this was true, but I seen somebody said that Justin Fields dated Colin's daughter before, and he must have did her dirty. I don't know if that's a true story or not, but so the point is, even if that story is out, that lets you know how crazy Colin been talking about Justin Fields. But my whole point of that is that that's them building up Caleb Williams, and he go to Chicago, and now that he got way more weapons, because that's clear as day. Like, okay, they got a running back now, you got wide receivers, you got all these other extra pieces around. If he go there and they don't have a better record this season than they did last year, all right, watch what I tell you. People, they gonna keep a tight eye on him all year long. And I wouldn't, me personally, I wouldn't want to be in Caleb Williams' shoes. Not with that Chicago base, because it's too much. Like, that fan base was literally like Justin Fields too much. And then it's like, if I don't come in now, I have to sit here and win at least 10 games. You probably got to win at least almost 11 games. Because what they want, I think they won 8 or 9 this year. So you got to win 10 or 11. You realistically, the way they hype you up, you got to make the playoffs, dog.
I don't even know but to see, that's my thing about, even when the last time when they went to the Super Bowl, that was with Rex. Who was that? Rex. What was the last quarterback for the Redskins? Rex Grossman.
It was one. Who they played? They played Peyton Manning. I want to say.
Yeah, they played Peyton Manning. Yeah. And so even that area, I'm like, right then, that was probably like your best season. That was with Brian Urkel. You know what I'm saying? Like, at that time, you talking about record wise. So that's why I say, even when you say, well, how I guess Justin Fields. I think a lot of people look at his numbers. His numbers didn't add up to the wins. So Justin Fields might have put up incredible numbers, but it didn't equal out to wins. So that's why
it's football. It's a team sport. It can't. I mean, you can put up crazy numbers.
And that's it. And you're absolutely right. And I think that's more so the thing. But I think as a quarterback, that's where they kind of look at it. It's like, well, damn, you caught. And because even with like Carl Ham or whatever, they might say his numbers don't add up to, I guess, the hype.
I mean, we're gonna see. Like I said, I wouldn't want to be Caleb Williams. Like I said, that's gonna be a lot of pressure. He gonna have a lot.
You think that's a big shoes to fill for him?
Hell, I'm not saying the Justin Fields thing. I'm saying because of the hype behind him. Like, they don't like him. The two people in the college they talked about the most is Caleb Williams and Caitlin Clark. Like, both they neck and neck for the hype machine behind them.
So my question, so coming in next year, will you feel better if you was Bryce Young? All right.
Yeah, because I don't have no. Guess what? The Bryce Young conversation will be over. Nobody ain't gonna be thinking about me. I mean, and when you play in Carolina, so you can kind of do whatever in Carolina. Ain't nobody really paying no attention until y'all really making some noise.
Does that really stay?
But nobody really don't care. Like, people talked about it. I mean, let's be clear. If Bryce Young was a white quarterback and they stunk, nobody wouldn't even care. No, you ain't hear people trashing Mac Jones all year. They was doo-doo. They kept taking that boy in and out. They did the same thing to Zach Wilson. Both of them too. And let's be clear. But the Zach Wilson thing wouldn't have been as bad if Aaron Rodgers didn't get drafted. I mean, didn't come and play for the Jets, because nobody didn't care the year before that Zach Wilson was some trash. And then they had the white dude. What was his backup? There was and they was calling him Mike, White Mike, or White Mike, whatever his name was. It's
Sam Darnold.
No, it was Mike. The boy name was Mike. They was calling him White Mike. The backup quarterback for the Jets last year his name was Mike. They had the t-shirts made and everything. White Mike. Like, that was, I don't even remember what his real name was, but that's what they was calling. It was White Mike. But my whole thing is, Zach, going back to the point of it is, if you are you could be a mid. Look at the Raiders and the Saints. Both of them, dog, man, they bigger names than Bryce Young is. What's the boy that he was a Raider and then they went to the Saints? Carl. Like, come on, nobody. They was doo-doo.
Derek Carr.
He was trash. And
Jimmy Garoppolo. Both of them got.
So all of them got hurt, but nobody don't care. Ain't nobody even talking about them. You ain't here. We talking off season. Ain't nobody talking about them. Nobody still ain't talking about them. So what we talking about? Like, nobody. But again, that's what I'm saying. I'm just giving y'all an example. Not even trying to make it a race thing, but real quick, so we can get out of sports. But I feel like we didn't have enough women conversation, so I feel like we earned at least a good solid 20 minutes of some sports conversation. March Madness is here. Oh, and going into
we can set up a podcast joint.
Not long as it's not no men's joint. We talking about the women's.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know no men's team. We could read them out though real quick while I'm looking. I did want to just come in with this.
We'll clip it up. If anybody want to join in, we're gonna set up on the ESPN app.
I ain't hear from my mom. My drive, my confidence. Oh, and my jump shot. The racial wealth gap impacts Black women's ability to leave a legacy behind. Only 17% of Black women believe their interests are being well represented by Washington policymakers. Let's use our voices and close the opportunity gap. Congress, the ball is in your court. What did I hear from my mom?
And of course, if y'all don't know who that is, that's Big Angel. Real quick, let's just run down some of these brackets real quick for the women's side. I don't, again, like I said, and I've been trolling fans. I ain't even trolling them. I'm dead serious. But anytime I got a chance to sit here and write them and say, damn, I thought I had it on save my phone. I deleted it. What the hell? About the brackets, I definitely been in there, Jones.
Did they show theirs?
Who, with the women's bracket?
Yeah,
it was on ESPN and everything. They did an hour jump on there. All right, let's go to the first jump. Realistically, I guess that the one seed coming out of the jump with South Carolina. I feel like South Carolina jump kind of realistically the easiest jump. They don't even have the only real competition that the South Carolina even got on their side, to be honest, is Notre Dame. To me, the team that
what is Notre Dame?
You said who? You said what number? Notre Dame is number 2 in that bracket. Okay. So in that one bracket is South Carolina and Notre Dame. I feel like them two probably should meet each other, I guess, before we get to the Final Four. In that the second bracket is the Iowa bracket. To me, that's probably the toughest bracket. Is Iowa, then is LSU is number 3, and number 2 is UCLA. So I mean, those is the two. And I'm only blown because of course, you had to win. So I can't be mad. But the crazy thing is, if LSU went out, LSU and UCLA gonna have to play each other, and Iowa will end up just have to play whoever win that one. But don't get it twisted. That Colorado team, of course, for all y'all who Coach Prime fans or whatever the case may be, his daughter do play on that Colorado on that women's basketball team. And then West Virginia, their head coach kind of went viral because he was like, "Let's be the team to send Caitlin Clark home 1, 2, 3, pack Caitlin's bag." So he said something crazy like that.
Yes.
What is the other Joan? Number 3. And they are one of my teams that I picked to come out for the Final Four is, of course, South Carolina, and they led by Juju Watkins. Her bracket kind of like sweet too. Besides, they play Ohio State, but Ohio, and don't get it twisted. Let's be clear, that Ohio State team is a tough team. And they have beat Iowa during the jump, but of course, Iowa beat them in the jump to get the number 1 seed. But I'm going with UCLA to come out of this. So my Final Four, I'm going UCLA. I'm going USC versus LSU on that side, and then I got South Carolina either versus Stanford or Utah. And don't get it twisted. That Tennessee, and my bad. So I just real quick, that I guess the final side was number 4 because South Carolina. Not South Carolina, but USC is the 3rd. The number 4 Joan is Texas. They number 1, and they kind of like. And don't get it twisted. A lot. When they was doing the talking and they was talking about, a lot of people kind of felt like Texas was kind of like, that people like really, they not really like a crazy team that people really supposed to be scared of. So that's why I still had either Utah or Stanford coming out of there. And don't get it twisted, Maryland may get lucky. Maryland is in that bracket with them as well. But I'm going to come out to play. Of course, I think South Carolina will come out that side.
Consistent.
You said who?
I don't think Maryland.
Yeah, Maryland. None of those. The crazy thing is, none on that in that little 4th space, or what is? Do they play in Portland? I guess that's what they call it. They call it the Portland number 4. That little side. None of them really play consistent. Like all of them I feel like anybody can kind of be beat on that side because Utah kind of like hit or miss. And we talked about them a couple times this year. Maryland, like you said, hit or miss. Stanford, hit or miss. Like they all didn't have their moments. And even Tennessee, hit or miss. Like all of them have looked decent at times this season and then beat some decent teams. Like even think about it for Tennessee, they took Carolina to a buzzer beater. So it's like, it's not saying like this is going to be like that little number 4 Joan. I feel like anybody can come out of there, but I feel like South Carolina going to come out that side. And I'm kind of tossed up between LSU and USC. But I do feel like that's going to the Final Four will at least be South Carolina versus somebody and LSU versus USC. Y'all know I ain't got no faith in Caitlin Clark. She gonna have to prove. And I even seen Jamil Hill. I'm like, come on, auntie. Like any other time, like you supposed to be on your super pro black. Oh, I feel like y'all doing Caitlin dirty. Why y'all making her stuff so hard? What you mean? She's supposed to be her. She's supposed to be the baby goat. Like she's supposed to be the greatest woman basketball player of all time. What you mean hard? Like what are you talking about? Don't ain't supposed to be no cakewalk for her. Is she supposed to really be her? And y'all are spelling the logo out with her and the H. Like prove it to me. If she come out here and walk through that whole side and come out and she see South Carolina in the finals, bro, she ain't got to win it. If she can make it back to the finals, I swear to God, I'm going to
the Final Four or the finals.
No, the finals. Because she gonna have, you got to think about it. For her to make it to the finals, that means she gonna realistically even have to beat LSU or UCLA in her bracket, and then to get to the Final Four, she gonna have to beat, if let's say if I'm what I'm saying is USC. So she got to beat Angel Reese and then beat Juju Watkins. Then that's what people I've been cheering and taking my pom-poms off for all year. So if you beat both of them to get to South Carolina, nigga, I respect you, or you ain't got to beat South Carolina, because I know you're not gonna beat South Carolina.
I can't wait to make that shirt for that. Oh, I can't wait to make that one.
Yeah, so she can get there. She can get out of that situation. I gotta give her some respect. I give her 20 pause. I give her 20 minutes. I will give her a 20-minute
with that shirt on.
With the shirt on, yeah. With respect. So she make it to the final, just to the finals. A 20-minute. I give her a 20-minute special with the shirt on. That's okay. And that could be it right there.